Good morning, everyone. It's Alyssa Corum and Ken Shreve here with your market update. It is Wednesday, December 12th, and on today's show, we're taking a look at Verizon as well as Guardant and Ciena. So taking a look at the major indexes first, we have strong gains across the board. The Nasdaq is up 1.6%, while the S&P 500 and the Dow are up 1.3% apiece. So how are we feeling about the market now?
Well, we opened higher and we've been strengthening, so that's a good sign. Indexes are near session highs. It's been a very volatile week of trading, volatile session Monday, another 500-point intraday swing for the Dow yesterday. Here's a look at a chart of the NASDAQ, and you can see it's still in a technical downtrend. This is not an index that's in an uptrend by any stretch of the imagination, but working on 3 straight gains here and a nice gain early Wednesday. Hopefully we get a close near highs, and I think that would make the bulls feel pretty good.
Right, I think that's an important point that you make, is the intraday swings that we've been seeing. So it's important to definitely check in at the close. We provide great analysis at the end of the day, so it's always important to keep an eye out at the end of the day too.
Yeah, exactly, and we're always on the lookout for actionable stock charts here, and it's just still a very difficult environment to make money when you get these big intraday swings in the indexes. So certainly the bulls want to see the gains hold today, and we are still seeing some interesting charts in the software sector. So we'll see how it closes today.
Well, let's take a look at a few individual names. We have Verizon, the Dow component, down about 1.9% right now, pulling back to a key level here. We have Morgan Stanley downgrading Verizon on valuation concerns, saying it's already priced at a premium here. And we have the analysts expecting Verizon's 2019 EPS to grow just 1% and broadly flat revenue here. So a slowdown in growth expected for Verizon by Morgan Stanley.
Yeah, one of the better performers in the Dow so far this year, and you see a nice move for the stock yesterday. Gap up. Pretty good case for support at the 50-day moving average. Gains did fade by the close yesterday. Morgan Stanley saying the stock priced to perfection here, so it gets downgraded to an equal weight rating. We'll see if Verizon can hold that key support level. That red line there is the 50-day moving average, and made a good case for support Monday and Tuesday. We'll see if it can hold support here.
Now, with this being one of the first pullbacks here after the breakout, typically that could be a chance to add on shares, but given the current market environment, not an ideal time to be doing that.
I mean, it still seems like it's a market under distribution here, uptrend under pressure, but typically a first pullback to the 50-day moving average is a great opportunity either to add to a current position or even start a small position for the first time. So Verizon still intact here. We'll see if it can find support.
All right, and we have a recent IPO that is hovering near buy range. Guardant, the ticker there is GH. Those shares just dipping fractionally here today, but we did see an IPO-based breakout not too long ago, and it's trying to hold within that buy range.
Yeah, still trading just pretty close to a 44.35 buy point. This is a new issue. JP Morgan was the main underwriter here, and this is a company that's seeing very strong demand for its liquid biopsies that detect cancer. Basically, the company has technology where a lot of different forms of cancer can be diagnosed with a simple blood test. So it's definitely got that new going on. Big sales growth in recent quarters, but not profitable yet. So, but a good chart in the market, and you know, a volatile day of trading recently. You can see where it hit a high close to 50, but nice IPO base here, and still trading near a 44.35 buy point.
That's right, one to keep an eye on. And do you mind just quickly touching on why IPO bases are something that you definitely wanting to look out for?
Well, it's really just a matter of you know, focusing on stocks that are potentially in the early stages of move. There's a lot of great growth stocks out there that have made, you know, big price gains over the past several years.
Right.
And you know, you look at a name like Salesforce.com in the software sector has just been a big mover for many years. So all things being equal, you're looking at a growth stock with a good new product, new service, good earnings and sales growth. You want to get it out of a first stage, second stage base rather than look at third, fourth, fifth stage basis. Get it early rather than late.
The early stage of its
That's right.
growth story. And we want to touch on Ciena before we go. It too is just under a buy point here from a flat base with a 32.43 entry, right ahead of its quarterly report coming up on Thursday before the open. Now, Ciena has seen strong growth in just the past quarter, but a turnaround from a streak of quarterly declines on the bottom line.
Yeah, I mean, this does look like an interesting turnaround story, especially when you look at annual earnings estimates here. Profit this year expected to be up 18% versus 2017, and then some nice acceleration next year. 2019 profit expected to be up 34%. So got a nice estimate for the current quarter. Like you said, results due Thursday before the open. Stock is holding support, respecting the 50-day moving average so far. Well, just below that 32.43 buy point, but we'll see what results look like before the open Thursday. You know, stock holding up reasonably well ahead of results.
And potentially a good options play?
Yeah, we mentioned Ciena as a possible option play in the latest earnings preview column. Costco also has results tomorrow after the close, along with Adobe. So some interesting earnings reports on the horizon Thursday, and we'll see what they look like.
Great. All right, everyone, be sure to head to investors.com throughout the day and after the close for the latest market news and analysis, including some of the names that we mentioned here today. And you can also catch our content across social media, so make sure you are subscribed on YouTube. We also have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, but if you follow and subscribe, that's how you will get notifications when we go live. And the lights just went off, so I guess that means it's time to wrap up the show.
Okay.
Thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.